On Saturday, the day after the jury was impaneled for former President Donald J. Trump's hush money trial in New York, Melania Trump finally returned to the presidential campaign trial. The occasion, the log cabin Republicans fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago, at which Miss Trump was the guest of honor and addressed the room. Yes, she is officially back, and as ambiguously as ever. While Miss Trump's words and unity and equality may have been directed to the audience in the ballroom, the outfit she chose for the occasion, a covered-up black Michael Kors pantsuit with a leather belt, wrapped tightly twice around her waist, seems to be speaking to a different forum entirely. Once scrolling past the images she and the event's organizers posted to the social media feeds and focused on that was going on in the courtrooms further north, where she conspicuously has yet to appear but where her ghostly presence hovers over the proceeding. After all, in the psychographic geography of dress, black, the color of seriousness, of doom, of downtown, of ninjas, of mourning, is not exactly what one might expect at the Palm Beach party. At a New York event, on the other hand, it's not even what Miss Trump herself has been wearing and her recent unofficial forays into the public eye, where floral pink she wore to accompany her husband to an earlier fundraiser, for example, or the variation on white she wore to cast her primary vote and for Easter. It's not the polka dots she wore back in 2022 when Mr. Trump announced his third bid for president. Black, one Palm Beach denizen said, is almost never seen locally. Mrs. Trump didn't even wear black to the memorial for Rosalind Center, the only former First Lady in attendance to issue the color, opting instead for gray tweed dye. Yet, where she was in her March Ballyhood 2024 debut for her husband's campaign, on that she and her team knew would be keenly watched in black. The import was either funeral or fighting ready, depend on your perspective. Other way, it wasn't neutral. Of all which suggests that once again Miss Trump is preparing to use the semiology of dress to tweak and tease the watching world, just as she did when Mr. Trump was in the White House and what she wore became a sort of Rorschach test for what she thought and the state of her relationship. Remember the Hillary Clinton SQ white suit she wore to Mr. Trump's first State of Union after the Stormy Daniels new bro. Not to mention the notorious "I really don't care, do you?" jacket. Her policy has always seems to be speak rarely and wear an evocative outfit. So it was over the weekend. Beyond the color, the suits strictly tailored, structured was not the more relaxed shirt, dressing or jumpsuits Miss Trump has often favored since she has been in Florida. Rather, it harked back to her wardrobe during her time in Washington, when she seems to swithe herself in the protective casing of clothes. Back then she was almost always buttoned up, quasi-military, like a luxury shield against the expectation and earballs that same with the job of political and presentation spouse. Even before the log cabin Republicans events, she had donned an army-inspired court dress complete with epaulets and gold buttons for an interview with a Fox News digital. Called to mind the army green Alexander McQueen skirt suit Miss Trump has worn to soldier through her speech at the 2020 Republican convention. Now, once again, she looks as if she's getting ready to fight. The question is, against whom?